Welcome back to Untitled Logistics Group. Today, we're going to talk about factoring companies. Wait. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment. If you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, let me know, man. Hopefully this is helpful information that I'm putting out there for you guys. Like I said, we're going to talk about factoring companies today. The ins and outs of all factoring companies, man, from your RTSs to your Thunder Funding to your OTRs to all the factoring companies out there, man. I'm going to give my three favorites. I'm going to give my experiences. I'm going to talk about everything that has to deal with these factoring companies, man. And yeah, like I said, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, man, and let's jump into it. Factoring companies. Man, a lot of people are going to tell you you need to factor, and I've been asked, do you factor? I do factor. My company factors. I'm currently with RTS, and before I got into the knowledgeable things of trucking, I was with a different factoring company to start my ventures and my journey, and it wasn't a very, very good experience for me. So now with RTS, I have very, very good connections there, and they've treated me well. Not per se that you need to be with RTS. There's a number of factoring companies out there that are great, that have great privileges if you're with them, that have great field card company that's attached with them. Just a lot of stuff that just goes into it. We're going to get into that. The most important thing about when you get into a factoring company is the recourse and non-recourse. At first, I didn't know what non-recourse was. I didn't know what recourse was before getting a factoring company, to be honest. I was just out there trying to look to get my drivers paid, and I didn't do my due diligence. And a lot of you guys out there might be in the same boat I was in. So let's talk about non-recourse. Let's talk about recourse first, I'm sorry. And basically recourse is, you can read it down here behind me, or you can listen to my explanation. Basically recourse is this. If you deal with load boards, if you deal with spot market freight, you might want to not go with recourse. Recourse is after that net 60, net 30, if those net 90, net 120, it doesn't matter. Either one of those, if those guys don't pay, the factoring company will going to knock at your door and say, hey man, you need to pay because these guys didn't pay us. So you're going to have to give them their money back. Non-recourse, you're off the hook. You're off the hook for that. They won't come knocking at your door. They're going to take that loss if someone doesn't pay. Normally with recourse, it's going to be a less percentage. You're going to have to pay between 1 to 5% or whatever, less percentage. Depends on how much money you're bringing in or revenue you're bringing in. Non-recourse is going to be higher. It's going to be a higher percentage that you have to pay because they're taking more of a risk. It's very, very important that you understand this before going in and signing a contract, or make sure you look over it and definitely see and ask that question. Is this going to be non-recourse or recourse? Because that's very, very important that you know that. Let's get into it, man. The first is Triumph. I hope I'm saying that right. Business Capital. I hear a lot about this from being on that load board a lot. They try to feed me this company, and it's kind of a paired company with that load board. They have kind of a partnership, and they allow you to see on the load board if you have the green check marks, as you can see on the back there. If you have a green check mark on the load board, that means that they already are approved by Triumph. It's election day, people. I'm sorry. Triumph Business Capital, and you already know that you're going to be able to get your money quickly. They do have both recourse and non-recourse factoring programs. Like I said, it's going to be a higher percentage if you do choose to have non-recourse. So just make sure that you understand what you're getting in there, getting into there. Competitive factoring rates. They have freight factoring with no minimums. They have advanced rates as high as 100% with no reserves required. So they have multiple of things with this one. They're rated number one on all different sites. They're got a A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. They're an accredited firm. So if you go with this company, it seems that you won't have any problems if you read the contract with a fine tooth comb. Whatever they say they're going to give you, normally they're going to give you. They have month-to-month contracts. Be careful with that because, you can go month to month, but if they say, hey, you got to give us a 3-month in advance notice that you want to quit or leave our company, then it's really not month to month. Of course, they have a referral program, which if you refer somebody to refer someone to them, you get a little money on the side, which is a great tool to make money in this game, in the money making game of trucking. They have 1 hour fuel advances, which is great. Get your money. You book a load and you need some money to get some fuel. They have that also. They have unlimited credit checks, which mostly everyone in the game has unlimited credit checks. 24-hour assistance. They have an app. They have a multiple of things. Like I said, I'm not familiar with working with them hands-on. I have a few people that I've talked to that they say they're great, that they're good, but it's up to you. So that's one company. Next company is who I'm with, RTS. They're not A+, they're A rated with the BBB. They're a non-accredited company. They've been in existence since '86. They're a non-recourse factoring company, but I think they do both because I think with me, I'm a recourse with these guys. So, like I said, make sure you check that to be sure. They also allow you to get into a fuel program. With that fuel program, you also get access to their load boards. They have a load board. Their mobile app is great. I haven't had any problems with it either. The trucking related software, they're great. Honestly, I can give you my experience with this company. It's night and day from the other company that I was with at first. They were really bad. I didn't read the contract like I said, man. Here I have a person that I work with. I can call up. They call me right back. Send them an email. They email me right back. So they're really hands-on at RTS, and I've been very, very surprised that they're like this because, like I said, I thought everyone was like my factoring company at first, just wanted to get the money, which they probably love the money, but they also help you, and they're very vigilant into making sure that you understand everything and making sure that they don't fish for you, they show you how to fish. So I suggest that you go with RTS, and if you do, make sure you tell them ENCHANTÉ sent you. Again, they have a referral program also, so if you do want to work with them and you refer people to them, you get a little money on the side. And last but not least, we have another accredited firm, Apex, A+ rating again. They do recourse and non-recourse also. They have a flat rate fee of 2% already billed invoices, which is amazing. 2% is great. I think I started in the game with my last company at 3.99%, which was very high, but I didn't know any better. I thought that was what it was to get into the game, and it wasn't like that. They have a no termination fee, which RTS, I believe they do have a $5,000 termination fee. So watch out with RTS. Make sure you read your contract with that. They have free credit checks, which I think that's standard with all companies. No hidden charges. They have a fuel card discounts, which is very good, man. If you drive your own truck, make sure y'all are getting those fuel card discounts, man. Those are really helpful. You can save up to 50 to 70 cents a gallon on gas, man, and that really can go a long way at the end of the year, at the end of the month, and such and such, so on and such forth, or whatever the saying goes. They have an executive dedicated to your account. So again, they have someone that's dedicated to you. I don't know how many people that guy has, but they have someone that you can call on, that you have their personal email that you can get a hold of quickly. And with them also, they have a load board you can get on. I'm not familiar with the next load board, so if you are, leave a comment below, man. Let me know how you like it and how it's going for you. Again, man, it's very very important that you read and make sure that you have things like if they're going to charge you for making your invoices, which my first company did. Every invoice I sent in, they took about $3. ACH, if they have to send you a wire, they're going to charge you $25 for that, which is standard most places. You want to make sure that they're not charging you all of this stuff. Minimums. Watch out for minimums, people. With my last company, like I said, my first company, they were charging me minimum. So I would run a load for maybe $300, send it in, and they would take a $20 minimum every time. It wasn't the 3.99% that I was charging at first. They were taking $20, man, from that invoice of $300, and it was just killing me, man. But I'll talk more about them later. But those are the three that I suggest that you go with if you can get in contact with you. They're really easy to get in contact with. RTS, Apex, and Triumph factoring companies. Three of the best out there, man. And they're not, that's just my opinion. You go out there and you can, I'm sure there's other great factoring companies. Just make sure that you read the fine print. Please stop and read carefully. Because, man, I don't want anyone to be in a position that I was in. I was calling these people. I was doing all kind of stuff to get my money, and then when that year was over, I still had to stay with them for like 6 more months because they were saying, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't send this in, you didn't send the request in time, you didn't do this. It's really hard to get out of a factoring company contract sometimes, people, if you don't do exactly as it reads on the contract. If you don't send it in 3 days before midnight and this and that, they'll still try to take your money and be your notice of assignment. So make sure that you guys are reading carefully, man, because contracts with factoring companies have really gotten sticky, and you want to read everything that you sign. That's in life, period. And I didn't do that my first time, so I got wrung very, very hard by doing that. And I just called them and I had to tell them, listen, man, this is not going well. This is not going well for me. I don't understand what's going on, and they let me out. You know, they was like, okay, we see where you were trying to get out here and here, and they let me out after maybe 15 or 16 months, and it was just a headache. And I found RTS, and it's been history from there. It's been very great. So I hope this video was helpful. I know it's a little bit long. I know I haven't put one up in a while. I hope everything is going well with your business in this time of COVID and everything, with things shutting down and everything not being so certain in the line of business. I can tell you one thing, that trucking is definitely on its way up. It's climbing every day, man. So just stay with it, stick with it, and everything's gonna be all right, man. Untitled Chapter, we out.